Important and the most popular chess trap which comes in Petros defense. It starts with a king pawn e4, e5, nf3, nf6. Knight takes e5, knight takes e4. White is a little greedy, so he plays queen to e2, trying to push the knight away, and black tries to support it by playing d5. You try to push the knight by playing d3. Now, the correct move here is black should also attack the knight by playing queen to e7. Instead, if knight goes back, which is a very big blunder because knight to c6, it's a discovered check from queen. And now black has to respond to the check and knight is attacking the queen. No other move for black, so it has to play queen to e7 where you capture it with the knight and you're a solid queen up, and it's an easy win for white. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with a very interesting opening trick where you can get the queen within 9 moves. It starts with the queen pawn d4, nf6, c4 and e5, giving your pawn for free and also a gambit. D takes e5, you play knight to e4, knight to f3, b6, trying to develop your bishop, where queen comes to d5, attacking the rook. You play bishop to b7, a stunning move where white thinks it's a free bishop and it takes it off immediately. Now you play knight to c6, trying to trap the queen here, so white is trying to escape the queen by playing queen to a6. Now you play another interesting move, bishop to b4 check, and white responds by playing bishop to d2, and you play knight to c5, attacking the queen again. Now queen has only one move, that is queen to b5, and you take bishop into d2 check, and you must take the bishop now. So nb takes d2, and guess what? You play a stunning move here, a6, and queen is completely trapped, and it's an easy win for black. Thank you.
In Gambit, it starts with the queen pawn d4 and e5. You sacrifice the pawn, d takes e5, knight to c6, attacking the pawn, knight to f3, supporting the pawn, queen to e7, putting more pressure, and bishop to f4, supporting the pawn, which is a very big blunder because queen to b4 check, it is attacking the bishop as well. So white is forced to play queen to d2, supporting the bishop, and you capture the pawn on b2 and rook is trapped. Now, what generally white thinks is to save the rook by playing queen to c3, which is a very big blunder because you have a very stunning move here, that is bishop to b4, and queen is completely trapped and the game is yours. Killing Gambit, it starts with e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bishop c4. You play the Gambit move knight d4, giving the pawn for free. So knight takes the pawn and you play queen to g5, attacking the knight and the pawn. So white thinks obviously it's a fork, so it takes the f7 pawn and it's a fork between rook and the queen. So black doesn't care, it takes the pawn on g2, attacks the rook. So white tries to save the rook and it plays to f1. Now you take the pawn on e4 and give a check to the king. Now white has no option, either he has to play queen or the bishop. So if it plays queen, then knight will take the queen, it's obviously a win. In case if white plays bishop to e2, guess what? Knight f3, checkmate. Thank you.
Modern Sicilian defense, where you can win a queen within 10 moves. The first move goes like king pawn e4, c5, nf3, d6, d4, c into d4, all theoretical move. Knight takes d4 and knight to f6 development, and you play knight to c3, knight to c6. You play a different move here, knight bishop to c4, attacking the pawn on f7, and black plays g6, trying to move the bishop and do castling. You play knight to c6, b to c6. You play a cunning move here, e5. If black really doesn't care, it doesn't know what is coming up next, and if it takes it's a free pawn, then black is completely lost. Guess what? Bishop into f7 is a cunning move where king has to capture the bishop, and once it captures, you can capture the queen for free and the game is yours.